Everybody's got a price. Everybody's gonna pay. But the $1 million man always gets his way. $1 million man, $1
Yeah. It's like the illest posse cut right here, man. Sean Watts on the track. Zeus, Don One, Rude Boy, Quill, The Gift, and yours truly, Fred Nuts. I'm 1 in a million with $1 million flow. Fred DiBiase got the power in it though. If it's a problem, let me know, or I suggest you let it go. Cause it ain't worth the problems that'll be knocking at your door, homie. Please don't make me hurt you. Disrespect the boss, ain't treated like Virgil. Cause when I write raps, it's beyond your price tag. He's a waste of man.
Everybody's got a price.
We are here. We are live, despite the technical difficulties that was before us. I don't know what's going on, but I am here. I hear a feedback. This is, oh, okay, I see it. I hear it. That's me. That's me. I'm here now. Okay. Wow. Okay, we are here. Welcome to Around the Bloxxx right here on Unpopular Review with Mike Knox, and the Z is silent. I'm going to bring him in right now. Yo, Z, are you there? He is not here. He's trying to figure it out, but I'm going to talk, and he's going to stay right there on screen. We're going to watch him in the background. But listen, guys, welcome. I am your host, Hangman Mike Knox. That's right, y'all. The best in the world, baby. Yes, yes, yes. In today's show, as you can see, listen to me. Look at me right now. So you listen to me and you're looking at me if you can see me on video, which is available on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Wherever their video is, you can hear it. It's on the podcast. You can't see this, but you can catch the pictures on Instagram at Mike Knox. It's his man's birthday, and ooh, I'm a savage. Yeah. Listen, Randy Savage makes that song to me. Sorry, Beyonce, who stole the song from Megan Thee Stallion because she over-rapped her in that song. I said it, but ooh, I'm a savage. I saw a TikTok video with that in it, and that's what I started liking the song. But today is Randy Macho Man Savage's birthday, and we are talking AEW. I never thought I could think that I would talk about AEW as much as I will today. Welcome, Jason Campbell to the program. Oh, my man, admin, Cowboy shit. I don't know about that. I mean, the Eagles won too. Let's talk about that. Go Birds. How about that? I wish I could afford a chalk line jacket. Mo_eating on Twitter. Instagram. You better stop lying. You got more chalk line than me. Let's let that be known. The Z is definitely silent because he ain't talking right now. That is good one. Cowboy stuff. Micah, what do you? Am I lost in what the hell y'all talking about? When I think cowboy, I just think Cowboys, right? Are y'all trying to say something about Macho Man? Oh, Hangman Page. I get it now. I'm a little slow. I'm old. I got 4 kids. Okay, I'm 46 years old. I'm a little old. What's going on, DC out there? Good afternoon, gentlemen. Mike and Z, man. I appreciate the show. Let's go 100% fire. Happy birthday to the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Yeah, can you dig it? Who cares? It's about Dallas. Only Hangman, of course. I got it now. I get it. And today, as we got, check out, make sure you go follow my man King Von Jr. 720. I'm sorry, on the Twitter. He is the social media to the icon stars, Ayatollahs, and rock and rollers. If you don't have Barry Sanders, Bret Hart, Chris Jericho, a little bit of the bubbly themselves retweet you and talk about your show. Oh, did I mention Ronnie Lott? I would mention Pippen, but us in Chicago and fans of Chicago hate Scottie Pippen right now. Retweet you. They don't talk to me. Don't talk to me if they ain't talking about you. So shout out to King Von Jr. 720 on the Twitter for that. And how about them Cowboys? Whatever. We got another game against your punk asses. How about that? And shout out to my nephew, Boats and Hoes. But today, we're going to talk dice. I got to just be honest with you here, man. Go back to what it was and come into the program because I got to talk about AEW. And today, we're going to talk about AEW. And as I said before, I honestly can't believe that I'm going to talk about AEW as much as I'm going to talk about AEW tonight. Now, those who hate on Mike Knox because I'm boisterous, I got beautiful chalk line jackets, and I'm the king of belts originators. OGs, that is. Okay, you may have more than me, but I started this shit, and this is the things that I fucking get. Oh, yeah, did I say fuck? Hey, Dave Meltzer. Fuck you! Dice, you can't hear me. Give me that few sign, Dice. Come on. Come on. Backstage. Can't hear nothing. That man is out of the equation, but it's okay. I digress. Today, AEW, as I am a professional wrestling fan. That's what I am. I get accused of being a WWE mark. Hey, that's fine. I take it on. Guess what? I got thick skin. Right? My skin's so thick that when you get on my nerve, I'll block your ass. Okay? Because I'm not going to argue with your ass because I'm a grown-ass man. When I got to start cussing you out and saying S my D and words like that, we ain't got to be cool no more. Okay? So block. Psh, 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 like Bernie Mac off the train and head of state just smacking security out the way. I'm a professional wrestling fan. And I'm open to admitting now what I'm actually a fan of. What am I a fan of? Oh, excuse me. Had a couple of shots before the show. Comedian missed, that is. What am I a fan of? I am a fan of a certain style of professional wrestling. I'm prone to it. It's what, unfortunately, my mind has been programmed to like. So why? There's still, although WWE is not the number one product, NXT at one point could say that it was. But still in the ratings and in the dollar bills, all that matters in business, WWE is still leading. But there's a reason why Superman and Batman are still the most popular logos in the world, despite not being more famous or more popular at this moment. Not more famous, but more popular at this moment than the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Well, AEW is the more popular of the people I fucks with. The people he fucks with, although he can't hear me, and the people you fucks with. AEW is that shit. I've gone live. I've come on record to say I didn't enjoy the time of the show, but I've also gone on record to say that I've watched the show or talked about the show, which I always think it's better if you do that. If you talk about the show first and then get it out the way. What is better? And when I talked to that, I saw Sting. I got to scream CM Punk's name and sing the song. I got to see Daniel Bryan wrestle. Had a great time. But was it great? But what I saw on Saturday night was great. It wasn't just great. If you look at the tag of the show, I have it titled The Good, the Bad, the Awesome, the Good, and No Ugly. Because this show gave me nothing but good vibes. Shout out to Dennis checking in. Gentlemen, riding that horse all the way. Cowboy shirt. Cowboy shit. All right, Jason Campbell checking in. All I can say is that it's about time Hangman Page. Adam Page is the AEW champion. He should have been the inaugural champion, in my opinion. That part I disagree. It's a new company. You got to go with Jericho. But I'm going to get to him in a second and the rest of your comments. And fuck Chris Jericho while you're at it. And adding to the fuck you, Dave Meltzer. Edmund chimes in, fuck you, Dave Meltzer. I have to say this much. The most popular, the most talked about federation in professional wrestling that I care about is AEW. And no, I wasn't on board with it. I've watched it for the last 2 years, 2+ years. I watched the Elite series is on YouTube before, everybody jumped on the bandwagon. I'm still not a Omega fan, but I'm a huge Hangman Page. Pause. Well, actually, yeah, I'll let that be what it is. But I'm a huge Hangman Page fan. Hence why you're listening to Hangman Mike Knox, the best in the world. Baby, your tribal king. The voice of the voice for the voiceless. Baby, Mike Knox. Make sure you follow us on every platform that there is to follow someone on. The Unpopular Review, as well as the longest running Black podcast in the world, which is BBSR networks. Shout out to Grand Body P in the UK. But how can you watch AEW and not like AEW? Shout out to, I don't know his name, his gamer tag is King Thanos on Xbox, who we're watching wrestling one day, and he says to me, or not just to me, the party rather, "Oh my God, they're here? They're here? Oh my God, they're here? Wow, this is crazy. I gotta watch AEW." Wrestling is about two things which people have to understand. You have to be able to sell a product, which I think Hangman Page can do, and you have to be able to take. WWE cannot sustain its success if people like myself don't continue our kids to watch it. Because right now, their success is off of 100% the nostalgia act of what they continue to bring us. The superstars, which they put before us, that are larger than life, and they have the stats. Welcome to the program, the Almighty Dice Man. The Z.
You know what? First of all, everybody, I apologize. I had a rough fucking day at work today.
Mike fucking Knox. There it is. I like when you see
I had a rough day at work, so I apologize for my silentness. But now the show can begin because your boy.
Hold on now.
Is here.
It already started.
Your boy is here. Your boy is here. The
Hangman
show.
Knox is here.
Hangman. I just thought. Which one you want to be? You want to be the
I'm
head
all
of the
of
table?
them. Everything I like. Listen, don't have me call myself the demon Mike Knox. But you know I'm such a man of religion. I can't even call myself a demon. Okay. So don't be reaching for the gavel. Oh, big chips in the chat now. See, here we go. Where's your jacket at, though? Where your jacket at, though? It's the Macho Man's birthday. Should I show the back of this jacket? Don't laugh at my ass, y'all. Don't laugh at my ass. I got shorts on.
Pull your pants up, man. We can't see your black brown birds. We can't see your black brown bird.
Right. Then check out my Instagram. There it is. Check out my Instagram at Mike Knox. Well, let's get the show started now. I've done enough soliloquy to satisfy a gypsy at a farmer's market. Okay. So let's get this party started. Let's talk about this one. First of all, with the jacket, can I say this is my favorite? This is my favorite non-wrestling. Like, listen, like he's in my top 4. Is the Randy Macho Man Savage. Like he is the first heel that I ever fell in love with, Dice. Happy birthday. They've been 69 years old today. Shout out to all the belt kings out there that has this belt. DC Crawford has this belt. I don't have this belt. It costs a G. Now, Jesus. I may have more money than you know who I'm talking about, but I ain't got a G to on the belt. Okay. The Macho Man, Randy Savage. CM Punk couldn't be CM Punk, in my opinion, without Randy Savage. And I think CM Punk is the best in the world. We're going to talk about him, and we're going to talk about him real soon. Real soon. Real soon.
Still?
Real. Well, you know, it's all right. All right. In the form of wrestling, it's Roman. I can't take that away because they're still the #1 company. So that means Roman Reigns is still bigger. But we're talking about, stop it. Do not pull me out when I'm trying to get back in. Let's talk about it right now, real fast, getting through them. We're at the pre-show. We had Nyla Rose and Jamie Hayter take on Thunder Rosa. You like Thunder Rosa. All right.
I love
and
Thunder Rosa.
And Miss Sheeta in this match. Also, can I say, I don't know if it was match of the night. When I watch WWE, and I'm being honest, y'all know, unfortunately, you have to cross-promote, or not cross-promote, but you always compare. Even if you don't want to compare, Dice, they make you compare. You watch something and you compare it because it's what the fuck's in your head. I'm not sure if Darby Allen and MJF was match of the night, but damn, it might have been match of the night. Winner, MJF. We'll talk about that in a second. He hit him with the ring, and then beat him. I watched this pay-per-view twice already. I watched it again today. Was at work. He pinned him with a headlock takeover. I want you to know that he said on Twitter that he was getting this move over, and he beat him after he punched him with the ring. He put him in a headlock, and Judo tossed his ass over. No finishing move at all. Okay, real fast. We got Lucha Brothers defeat FTR to win the tag team title. To me, Lucha Brothers is the best tag team in the world. I'm sorry. Thank you. That's not the Usos. And I'm tempted. You know, I can't even fucking say it. You know what? I got to fucking say it. Because how they make, yeah, you're right, Bo Eaton. This show has more FUs than John Cena. How they make the Usos look when Jimmy always has to get, the one who fucks up the family, the ones. The Lucha Brothers just keep rolling. They might be the best tag team in the world. I said it. It's not the Canadian Miss. Then we got Daniel Bella Danielson taking on Miro, who I said strap the strap to him, meaning the rocket ship strap. Daniel Bryan still gets the win. Then we had Jungle Boy, aka, I call him Dylan McKay's son, taking on Lucha Brothers and Christian Cage versus the Young Bucks and Adam Cole. And I got to say something about this.
That was a match of the night for you?
That could have been. I told you I don't know.
There was so much excitement in that shit.
AEW had so many matches of the night. It's why AEW, without question, is the wrestling promotion right now to watch. Because this pay-per-view, I had 3 or 4 matches of the night. I can't remember last time I said that. Winners of this match, though. Who won this match, Dice? You remember?
Luchasaurus, Christian, and Jungle Boy.
They did win this match. Here's my thing. We get in the matches in a second. I want to get through it. Pac and Cody Rhodes. You know me.
That tag match was a little underwhelming to me.
It was
a little underwhelming.
It actually was. It was the only match of the entire night that didn't keep my attention. And I love Pac and I love Cody, and you know that. I want to see what everybody's talking about Malachi Black and Andrade coming together, and we'll get back to that match as well. We had Toy Conti take on Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, that is.
Ty Conti, just so damn, Lord have mercy. That ring was filled with so much ums and ahs and oohs and proceed.
DMD retains. Did I ask the question, Dice? It's in the marquee. It should be showing somewhere soon on the screen if it's not there now. I love when I'm wrong. I know y'all think I don't, but I love when I'm wrong. Eddie Kingston, you've won me over to the fact that I will buy your merchandise. And I buys no one merchandise that I don't like, Dice. I have like 7 Dolph Ziggler t-shirts. I bought what was them boys? Help me right now, because I can't think of it. I've been drinking that Canadian Mist in NXT with Alex English and my other guy.
Aiden English?
Yeah, with Aiden English and them. I bought that
t-shirt.
Villains? Vaudevillains. I bought a Vaudevillains t-shirt. Okay? If I like you, I will buy your merch because, like, it's MVP said, why didn't you buy that merch? You like the Hurt Business so much, you didn't buy no gear. Then I heard some idiot tell me what the gear looked too ghetto. Oh, that's racist. Okay, so CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston. CM Punk the winner. Feud of the year, Dice. I put a question mark. I think it is. See what you say about it later. The Inner Circle versus Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page, and the American Top Team. Come on now. We know who's going to win this match all along, right? Come on.
Yeah. We knew, but this is a showcase to show you, like, hey, we still got some other people here. This is fine. This was great for Scorpio. This was great for Ethan. This was great for Junior Dos Santos trying to break into the professional. And
Jericho pinned the right person. Scorpio Scott and Ethan doesn't get the pin, so it's okay that Jericho pinned Lambert in this match. And then what I say, another that's on there, was this moment too big, or was the moment big enough? Omega, who I don't like. I respect him in the ring versus my guy. You know this. Since the time Jericho stepped out in Jacksonville, I said Hangman Page is the man. He wins the title, but was the moment really that big? Dice?
Not at all.
About the matches. Where do you want to start?
First of all, we can start. No, I'll save that. Let's start.
I'm sorry, pause. Flag on the play on me. And we got to see Jay Lethal is signed to AEW. The greatest promo interaction in the history of professional wrestling. I said it. Don't like it at me.
The Battle of the Flares.
Jay Lethal versus Ric Flair.
The Battle of the Flares.
The Battle of the Flares has been deemed on in this program by Z is Silent. I'm sorry.
Matter of fact, any promo with the Black Machismo is fine with me. He's got it.
Where you want to start? I want to start from the top, and that's with Hangman Page. Let's start with that match right there.
Okay.
Your thoughts on this match? Because to me, when I said there's matches of the night, and I'm not sure which one is match of the night. 2 years now, I saw a post today. You know how I am when I see something. It said people who say, actually from the dude Solomon, right? Everybody who says AEW ain't done no storylines, this storyline been going for 2 years. Hey, Solomon, like Dave Meltzer and every bitch that didn't want to marry me. Shout out to my wife who did marry me. Fuck you.
Fuck
okay?
you.
Because this is like the only rivalry that AEW's ever kept going. And for the 2 years it's been going on, they didn't touch each other for 2 fucking years.
So how is that still a rivalry?
Because they talked about it on social media. I double back to that. As I said on Friday, continue your storyline in real life. That's why I did love it, because it kept going, although not in the ring. But don't give credit to AEW for this. Give credit to the wrestlers for this. I always say, don't blame the company. Sometimes blame the wrestlers. This is where the wrestlers took over and made this rivalry in the public eye continue for 2 years, because they went in it on Twitter all this time. Hangman Page, who I've been going for since I saw that Ring of Honor right before everything started switching over and the Elite had their pay-per-view that I went to in New Orleans. This was a big match. Hangman Page finally goes over Kenny Omega. The question I ask you, Dice, is he a transitional champion? Your thoughts on this match? I thought the match was amazing.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's a tranny champ.
Wow. The disrespect.
You know why?
Tell me when you got the picture up so I can see my beautiful face.
You know why? You know why he's a trainee champ? And I don't mean to offend anybody of that community. It's just I like to shorten things. Yeah. I like to shorten things and make them sound a little cooler than what they are. Trainee champs. Yeah, I like nicknames. I get a nickname for everything. I got a nickname for all players that I play with on 2K and Madden. I got a nickname for everything. But this if Christian would have won that title off of Kenny Omega when they fought, that would have got a bigger pop than Hangman Page. That the crowd, to me, the crowd didn't seem like they were behind Hangman Page the way that they were behind Christian at that point in time. It was a great match. It was a really great match. It surprised me a lot, but the payoff didn't. I mean, you had the Black Order. Yeah, that's fine, but like nobody cares about the Dark Order. Nobody cares about them. He's been in there. He's been in and out with those guys.
You know, I hate him with the Black Order. I've openly said I hate him with the Black Order.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they're out there supporting. They can't even support each other's, but they're out there supporting him. Like that. No, it made no sense. This wasn't a thing. Like this wasn't like they try to make it like a Sting defeating the NWO type thing, and no, it fell flat to me. It fell very flat to me. They try to do it like we'll not even put Sting in there, but a DDP defeating Hogan. You know how everybody from WCW ran out there like, they try to treat it like one of those, and it just didn't hit for me. The victory is fine. The match is fine, but it's very surprising to me that they gave it to him with this little bit of build-up. Like, I don't consider the build-up great enough. There was more build-up with Christian going at it with Kenny Omega than it was with Hangman, in my opinion, in that short amount of time. It was what, 2.5, 3 month build-up with Christian. And it would have paid off. It would have definitely paid off if Christian would have got that belt. But Hangman with it, I get it.
No, all right. You know me. Like you're playing Shinobi. It wasn't. I believe in Hangman.
We agree?
Page. I believe in Hangman Page. He's a cross between Shawn Michaels and Magnum TA. I've said that from day one. He really is. I think he has the look of a professional wrestler. Like
you putting Shawn Michaels on too many people at this point. Not everybody gets compared to Shawn Michaels.
Who don't say what people have said. Who have I said has been like Shawn Michaels?
Did you say Carmelo Hayes, right?
No, never.
You did. You did.
No.
You did.
You're talking about the NXT 2.0 Carmelo Hayes? Never.
Yeah.
No, wrong person.
I remember.
Person.
No.
Wrong person.
It's not.
I'll tell you why you're wrong. I'll tell you why you're wrong. And I've been drinking. But I'll tell you why you're wrong. No offense, you know me. I've compared no black athlete wrestling superstar to Shawn Michaels. Because they can't. They had to look the role. You have to look the role.
Listen, that man does not look like no damn. He does not look like
look at 90s Shawn Michaels. He has.
You put Dolph Ziggler there.
I did put Dolph Ziggler because he should be there athletically. Goddamn right. Goddamn right. You can hate on Hill Ziggler all you want to, okay? But he can't run the corner to talk to the Bell Kings in New Orleans. Did he come talk to you? No, you know why? Because it wasn't there. If you'd have came, maybe they came to speak to Dice Man, the almighty Dice Man. Now, back to Hangman Page, please. Okay? Now, I'm agreeing with your punk ass right now because they didn't pop for him. They had the moment for him. They're trying to get the... First of all, that happens too much. It's like with Kira Hogan. I got to sidebar this for 1 second. Everybody said, oh, Kira Hogan. Oh, Kira Hogan, this thing when she fought Mickie James. And I went and I watched it. I didn't believe it. I need people today to be intelligent wrestling fans and have some balls. Y'all remember the movie Major League? If you don't, you should go watch it. Hey, Rob, I'm talking to you. The fact you've never seen Big, there's a problem with that, bro. How you never seen the movie Big with Tom Hanks? So, fellas, and whoever's listening, if you have not seen Big with well, not Big, Major League, okay, with Wesley Snipes and who's the snorting the coke? Charlie Sheen and those guys, have some marbles, is my point. Okay? And no, laugh at me. I'm serious right now.
I'm not laughing at you. First of all, could you please put up my man Craig Roberts' comment here? I just happen to first of all, I love Jordan Grace. So I am all for everything that you just said, but I am not going to comment on that. We are all for Thick Mama Pump. Not just because one of my top guys, my personal top guys in wrestling ever, Big Papa Pump, gave her the nickname, but I've been a fan of her. She's not the traditional model looking woman, but okay, take that off. She's not the traditional model wrestling, that they go for, but I think she should be signed by AEW. If not, given a chance.
Derek, I'm talking Crockett Promotions, Magnum TA.
Jesus.
Never seen what? Yeah, he never saw Big. Well, we know he ain't here. It don't matter. Listen, I bring up any of you guys. Never seen Major League Michael Lee's. Do me a favor. You know I love you. Your family. Go look at little Micah right now and step on his foot. And make him say, ah! Because someone should hurt you right now for you not seeing Major League before. Not Major League 2. I've seen them all. Brand new socks and drawers. King Vaughn's backstage with a bunch of comments. That is 7 too many, Mike. 7 too many. What am I talking about? Macho Man, greatest Intercontinental Championship ever. Yes, I do think Macho Man is the greatest championship of all time. Intercontinental Champion of all time. I do believe that. But back to what I'm saying about Hangman Page. Okay? As he comments, I was talking about Dolph Ziggler shirts. Wow. 7's too many? Leave me alone. Stop that backstage guy. Okay? I thought he had good t-shirts. He had girls bending over. You know what I'm saying? They're a little risque for a big black guy who, from Chicago, who takes on the role of, fuck you, I'm big, I'm bad, I'm black. To have a little white kind of t-shirt was kind of cool to me. I even tried to do the Triple H one time, like Shaq did. No, nothing in the middle. Just like dumbass Kenny Omega's mustache. I tried that. Can't do that shit. Don't work for you. But Hangman Page, I do think that one wasn't as big as it should have been. He should have got over bigger than that. I think he's bigger than that. I wish people saw him bigger than that, but they just don't.
It's okay. It's okay. If for this to be his first one, it's okay. It just didn't hit because I think that the buildup wasn't as big as it could have been or should be. And maybe that's because of the rumors that Kenny Omega is injured and he needs to step down. He's been injured for no,
I don't think the match was bad.
No, the match was not bad. It's just the buildup to. If I have a buildup, I want it to equal that match.
I thought the buildup was. I mean,
I wanted to.
It has been going on for so many years.
What?
I disagree because Christian's debut in AEW was pure trash. They tried to make it out to be bigger than what it actually was, but it wasn't. You know what? I don't think it was trash, but they did try to equal what Edge did. I did feel that much.
You know what? You know why they treated it like that? Because when a wrestler cannot go out on their own terms, anytime they get to go out, they get to return and go out on their own terms, it should be created as a big deal. Nobody wants to end their career or have their career ended because management said no. No, you want to go. Do you want to get fired or you want to quit? You got much more pride if you go in there and say, fuck y'all, I quit. You get fired, now you look kind of stupid. You don't want to be Craig on a Friday getting fired on your day off.
Good point.
Said they got me stealing some boxes. Man,
these sour cream onion chips from hers, y'all should sponsor us. I would eat every chip, every show. Just want you to know that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. They're really good right now. Yep. They were good.
The biggest misconception about somebody like Christian is he's not a draw. And that's complete bullshit.
No, he's not a draw.
Y'all gotta get at the end of the day, y'all gotta get.
I named my stand after him. He's not a draw. He's not a draw. The numbers show that he's not a draw.
You're gonna miss me a little when I'm gone.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you why Christian's not a draw. And there's no fault of his own. It's his tag team partner was Edge, who's bigger than him.
Okay, so who are you? Hold on. We had this discussion before. Are you taking Jeff Hardy? You taking Edge?
I'm taking Edge over Jeff Hardy.
Okay, are you taking Matt Hardy? You taking Christian?
I'm taking Christian over Matt Hardy. But I'm taking Matt.
Hold on. But this is great. But so many people will hail Matt as this great singles wrestler. He was not great. Let's be real. He was not.
He wasn't great.
He didn't hit his
Version 1?
He didn't hit.
Version 1 was not great.
It wasn't great.
I love Version 1. Still my gamer tag on Xbox.
Wasn't good.
No, it wasn't.
It was good. Wasn't great. So if you want to put, Matt Hardy didn't really hit his stride until he got in TNA when they let him do whatever the fuck he wanted to do.
We all know that. Okay.
When y'all was screaming, delete, y'all motherfuckers was not screaming, oh yeah.
My gamer tag is the game V1.
So I just want some respect.
Everybody's not intelligent like Mike Knox.
I just want some respect put on Christian's name. He deserves it.
No, I'm just saying he's gone. Unfortunately, they'll say, damn, to the question, he's not Edge, and he will always be not Edge in the realm of not being Edge. And it's not his fault. It's just it is what it is.
I mean, he got propelled because Edge had to retire. Let's not act like Rey Mysterio would have been a world champion if God rest his soul.
Of course. No, who said? Of course.
Okay. So, but all I'm saying is he just needs a little bit of respect. He needs a little bit of respect.
I respect him, and you're talking to me. I can't help the fact that the internet's a bunch of asses.
Next thing we got
now
Punk and Kingston.
Next match. Okay. Rivalry of the year to me, Dice. Okay. Here it is.
In all of professional wrestling, this rivalry started 3 weeks ago.
And it's that fucking hot.
No.
It's that fucking hot.
In the past 365
it's
days,
my opinion on our show. CM Punk has turned this guy who I thought was a nobody. Look at my face. Zoom in on it. Right there. Eddie Kingston, I didn't think you were shit. I was wrong. You happy now? Are you happy now?
I'm very happy.
Eddie Kingston and CM Punk. When CM Punk is who he is, whether people want to admit it or they don't want to admit it, you can take your opinions and like mine, you can shove it. But I'm talking about yours, so you can shove them up your candy ass. CM Punk carries a lot of weight in what he does. People follow CM Punk. There's a wrestling purist, not purist, that's the wrong word. But there's a certain fan base that will, no matter what CM Punk say, they hang on every whim. I'm not one of those guys, I'm a Punk guy, but they hang on those whims. So his words does bring merit. In that merit that he brings, he comes in with this guy who what makes it real is this is the first time I actually saw wrestling in years when I felt the animosity. Well, the storyline felt so real. I haven't felt nothing this real in animosity. I'm being honest here. Since Edge versus Matt Hardy, it felt that real to me between these two in this short period of time. The backstage promos they did at Rampage, trying to get him in the parking lot, which you loved. Okay. And what they done
reminiscent of WCW final segments of the night.
Well, before
you used to flip back.
A lot of people did that. WCW not gonna
hold on. But the Monday Night Wars, right? How many backstage segments in the parking lot did WCW had? Like, you didn't care about the match.
I saw Austin a bunch of times backstage. Sorry,
that's fine, but a lot of WCW segments ended with them being backstage and somebody driving off or somebody getting in a fight. I like those better than I like WWE's.
Well, that's true.
Except for when was Stone Cold got hit when he got hit by the I did it for the Rock. I did it for the people. Yes, that okay, but still, I can't put that 3 weeks. 3 weeks time. In the past 365 days?
And professional wrestling is the word people love more than anything. And you have satisfied the ladies. I know you have. Orgasmic, baby. Orgasmic. In this short period of time, which CM Punk won this match, it's that intense. I think in this short period of time, this is the rivalry of the year thus far. If you don't agree, which she doesn't, which you do not, who's bigger right now this year than these two? I'll wait and I'll get batted. Come on, you're laughing.
Are you forgetting who your tribal chief is? Or are you forgetting who's the head of the table? Hold on.
Verse who? I'm the
right-hand man.
What is
his right-hand man? In the past 365
that wasn't a bigger
days,
rivalry than this right now because that's family. That's family. We knew what was going to happen.
Hold on.
You know, an outcome of a rivalry, it can't be better than something that's orgasmic like these two randos. Go ahead.
Now tell me that this 3-week buildup was better than the 2 months that Jimmy and Roman was going at it just for him to, one, not only understand that he's the head of the table. He's the head of the table. He's doing this for the family. You need to fall in line. We even believed that main event Jay was going to win the title. We believed it. But you're telling me a 3-week rivalry between some people that went back 15 years ago and they dug down in some WWE shit and pulled out the same thing that they used for CM Punk versus Cena? And that's better than what we got in the tribal chief, the head of that table, and Mr. I'm going to get him, Oos. Absolutely not. Because it doesn't equal up to it because you're literally going off of the excitement of 2 nights ago.
No.
That's fine.
I'm going to call
Hold on.
No.
I'm almost done. The question remains now is, where do we go from here? We know what we got after we got Roman versus Jay. We now have the best storyline in professional wrestling, hands down, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, if this does nothing for Eddie Kingston, it's a dud. If it does more for him, which I don't think is going to do a super bit more because it's AEW and he'll get lost in the shuffle. So therefore, this rivalry was not rivalry of the year, in my opinion.
Well, here's why I'm going to break that down like some Legos you built together that was incorrectly built. First of all, there's nothing about Cena versus anybody.
Yes, everything does get recycled, but it's the manner that you recycle it.
Are you reading something off of the comment? Because I got lost there. Okay.
Mike says everything. We know everything has been recycled. We know that. It's the matter of, can you bring something fresher to it?
I thought it was my time. You can agree with Dice. That's fine. Everybody.
They did it.
You like who we like. I don't expect you like what I gotta say.
No. My opinion is this. You can recycle.
It's my time.
I just gotta go off of this because you were sometimes you're a little late on the comments. We'll be like three segments and you go back to.
I'm doing a lot. God damn it.
But my point is that
you
can recycle something all the time. That's fine. But when you literally recycle almost word for word verbatim of the actual promo, that's an issue for me. And Kingston did exactly what Punk did to to John Cena, he didn't word it any different. He might have used different verbiage, but he kind of pretty much stayed inside the lines. Like, I need you, in order for you to use that recycled storyline, that recycled promo, I need you to add some flair to it. I got nothing from it, but when I'm done beating you, go back and quit for another 7 years and never come back. That's all that was the best part about it. Other than that, no. So, but proceed. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
You're fine. Okay, it is on. All right. Again, John Cena has never had a rivalry with anybody that anybody thought was orgasmic. And I guarantee you, like my 7 Dolph Ziggler shirts, King Von Jr. 7/2020, I got more John Cena shirts than the average black man. Let's just go there. So
you also got more John Cena albums than the average black man.
I bought 2, one for my son so I can admit it, okay? Had him sign them both. Told me it was for my son. One I opened, one I kept. I bet you I can get like 40 G's for it. So now,
the hell,
I got 2 copies of it. I bet I can get 40 G's for John Cena autograph John Cena album the day it came out. I guarantee I can break like 40 G's. I guarantee it. I get like 40 G's. Now, back to this. As who put that up there? I forget who put that there. No one believed that was K and me. No one believed Jey was going to win that match. No one. Okay. Yes, the storyline, but you think could there be a possible? But that's wrestling. I'm talking. It's my moment. It's my time. I believe in professional wrestling as a storybook line is to be. There it is. So if the story makes itself believe that could there be a possibility? Yes. But there's those things we do called predictors. If I had to predict it, no, I wouldn't have predicted that. Like I wouldn't have predicted that Xavier Woods is going to bend the knee to this man right here, as he is now known as the King Tribal Chief. Okay. To anybody who thought that Roman was going to bend the knee, do me a favor. I eat at a lot of good restaurants. I'm not sure if you can afford them, but let me know. DM me. Cash at Mike Knox. Well, that's cash at $ Mike Knox. You owe me lunch. Better case to do. My point is this. 3 weeks or not, what makes professional wrestling, and to people like, as I started this show with, people like who has my intention of wrestling, who, like yourself, have openly admitted, Dice, it was not the biggest WWE guys. You love what NWA, WCW brought you. You love that realness. You talk about the backstage venues or who had it first. No one had it like the NWA, like the WCW had it. WWE never had that. So there's nothing that WWE can do. There's the only thing they've ever come close to thinking anything was real might have been Stone Cold versus Rock. The belt in the water, becoming the hardcore title, things like that. Overall, maybe, air quotes, Pillman and Austin. A few. We knew Edge and Matt Hardy. Of course, that was real. We knew it. We saw it play out. This right here is for storylines being told to sell a pay-per-view to make someone like myself did not believe in. A lot of people did. I didn't. When they first mentioned that, who the fuck is this Rudy Poo Candy ass? I believe that in Eddie Kingston. Has he made it? Has he got over? What's next? He just headlined a co-main event with CM Punk when someone like myself who buys all the gear in the world, if you're not buying merch, look at my room behind me, Belt Kings. If you're not buying the gear, they're not listening to you. I buy the gear. I buy the belts. I bought pay-per-views before it came too easy to do how I do what I do when I'm doing, like I'm doing it for TV. Eddie Kingston has made someone like me watch him. Now, did I go too far, King Von Jr., to say I'm going to buy a shirt? Maybe. But I would buy a shirt. He made the fact that he talks real. He's like a non-great in-ring performer like Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is everything, and he can wrestle. Eddie Kingston is everything but the wrestler of Kevin Owens. He really is to me. And you know how I feel about KO. I believed in Eddie Kingston. This match to me, hands down, I can't say hands down. It was one of the top matches of the night to me. I loved it, Dice. I loved it. We'll discuss that another day. We do have.
I just want to do a quick. I just want to do a quick.
Sabutto.
No, I'm not. I know. I was just trying to build on the match, my brother.
Okay.
I just want to give a quick shout out to. Of course you're going. To CM Punk giving a nice little kudos to John Cena doing the 5 moves of doom. That was pretty fucking dope, because we all thought that. I mean, again, like, everybody says John Cena has the golden shovel, but let's go back to the beginning of the pipe bomb, and he said he actually likes John Cena a lot better than most of the guys in the back. So I thought that was pretty cool that he actually did that. That's all. Proceed.
They're sending out one because the rivalry was a year ago, but okay, we got that.
Was it?
Yeah. It happened in 2020.
We're okay. 365. I thought his gimmick started in August 2020.
Why would we want to talk about how the Survivor Series is not what we thought it should be, what it should be, when we're talking about AEW right now? If you just playing Christopher, if you want to just hate on WWE, that's fine. I can't stop you. Hate on them. Right now, they deserve all the eggs. One of my favorite movies is Can't Buy Me Love. You shit on my house, man. You shit on my house. You watch the movie, you'll get the pun. Shit on them. You can shit on them all day, all you want to right now. But I'm not going to today. But the Survivor Series right now is a joke, to go ahead with that further. I love wrestling, not a certain company. Don't move the goalpost. It's a recycled storyline. We already said that already. I thought Rock. Wait, hold on. What did I say? Good to see your boys been MIA for me. We ain't been MIA. You've been MIA.
You've been MIA.
You've been MIA. We missed 1 week. I went camping. You had daddy duties.
You said it was a little bit of sock in that shoe.
You lied. I thought Rock versus Cena was very real. Okay, it could have been. I agree, but it didn't have the
Seth versus Edge with 7 years of history.
No. You know what? I'm gonna tell you why. It was the same thing, but not done better. And you're talking to what it's been quoted as a WWE guy. I loved it. You know, I don't have nothing to say negative about that rivalry. I do not. Where sometimes I'm annoyed by AEW where they push the envelope just because they can with the fucks and the shits and all that kind of language. There's times it's used and it's really good that it's being used. And that's where a time where you know, Edge saying, "You son of a bitch." You need more than that. Like, we know WWE said, "Son of a bitch." But like, they dropped some F-bombs. Like, it looked, because of the dialect that WWE won't allow, I believe the other one more. It's not those two guys' fault. Edge and Seth did a great job, but unfortunately, in that realism world that we want to see in professional wrestling, although we know it's what it is, it lacked at that from WWE. I'll give you that. The facts, I don't know, me and him, whoever said it, facts with a Z. All right. Even Dice and his Gillian's hat, that is a...
Do not come from me unless I send it for you, Scott, because I didn't even comment on your Christmas photos. We had that fake smile. Shame on you. For shame.
Rock and Cena was better than Seth and Edge. But you know what? I mean, like Rock and Cena.
That's one of the greatest main events in history. I'm not debating.
I went there. You heard this weekend, Dice. So my wife was getting mad that she said my son was 3 and I went for that WrestleMania. She said, "I'm still mad at you." I said, "Don't care." He was 3. I went to that WrestleMania 28. I did. And in the parking lot, shout out to the Wrestling Marks of Excellence. Shout out to Champ Creed. Shout out to My Kicks Is My Fix. And all the other wrestling fans that were down there that I was pitiably drunk and was cheering for John Cena. I love professional wrestling so much. And the thought of what wrestling should mean, I went against The Rock at WrestleMania 28. And I went for John Cena. I did. Fuck you, Rock, you left. All right. My prediction for Survivor Series, people are going to be taken out of the newcomers like fights for your spot-ish. That's what they've been doing. So that's not really a prediction. That's what they've actually shown us already, that people are being pulling out of their spots. But I feel you. Macho versus Page seems pretty real. Well, being the WCW guy that you are and being fair to those two guys, I remember it, but I don't remember the realness of it. I do, but I can't catch that right now. So that's for you. Good for you. I like that one, DC Crawford. I hate you. I hope you step off a box of Legos. Talking about you. I'm talking about you. Eddie Kingston looks like he will do whatever it takes to get in enemies, even if it means stabbing him in the motherfucking. And that's what I like about him. Like, I don't think the guy can wrestle. I'm just being honest. But there's also a difference between, and what I asked, and one of the questions at the bottom of the question, who is MJF the best wrestler in AEW? There's a difference between being the best wrestler and the best sports entertaining wrestler. And people who say that AEW is not sports entertainment, all wrestling has entertainment in it. Without it, it couldn't exist. Okay. Moving on. Dice from that match. Like I'll try to go to before. We got the Young Bucks, Adam Cole versus Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and Christian Cage. This match, anything falls count match. There was nothing bad in AEW. And this match, to cross-reference to other promotions so people can understand where it goes, was just as good to me. Not on the level of who these guys were, but the match in itself. It reminisced the Shield versus the Wyatt family to me. It really did. Just the match itself. It cannot hold weight to what those two sets of teams meant to you, Wyatt versus Shield, and what as fans we thought it meant. But just in the action of the match itself, I thought it was that damn good, including the super kick party, the whole thing, the fingers in the mouth, the entire kit and caboodle. I love this match. I can't remember the last time that everything a pay-per-view did I loved. I cannot remember that the last time that happened. Dice, your thoughts on this match?
This match was everything. Like, you know, I'm actually very surprised that you love this match so much because you really hate false finishes.
I do
a lot.
I do.
You hate false finishes.
MJF and Darby Allen, but we haven't talked about yet. I'm sorry, he beat him with a headlock takeover.
That's fine. The surprise factor, the surprise element in big matches don't happen a lot anymore. And I think that's absolutely fine for that outcome because clearly this rivalry is not over. It's probably just scratching the surface, and I'm 100% fine with it. But as for this tag match, I thought it was great. The work rate of Adam Cole coming there and doing a lot of heavy stuff, a lot of character building, not just being, hey, I'm one of these guys. Like, I'm still an alpha too. I thought that was really good by Adam Cole. He took some risks, as everybody did. Christian went up. That was a horrible splash that he did from the second tier of the crowd, but he ain't done this shit in a while, so I get it. Like, he had to make sure that it was definitely going to keep him safe. He did do it. So, I mean, it wasn't better than Sting's jump off because Sting just said, fuck my body. But Christian was like, you know, I probably got work in the morning. So, you know, I thought that the what was he did a Billy Kidman. He did a fucking Billy Kidman off the stage. That was dope. That was so dope that Jungle Boy was like, holy shit, what the fuck just happened?
McKay Jr.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty good. The multiple spots of like them on the stage just super kicking the shit out of everybody. That shit was great. I don't have anything bad to say about this match. I think this match could have been co-main event with the tag match. You're right, Micah. It was a really, really fun match. Really fun match.
And I agree with you on that one. I have nothing negative to say about this match. I did not necessarily like the bill. I made fun of how he's being kissed now, meaning Adam Cole. But it's just, I still think Adam Cole is bigger than this super clique. That's just me. Maybe that's just me wanting to see him go against those guys. But I also believe that if you're having fun, you're having fun. If this is what you want to do, and it's working. So who am I to go against that? We have your girl, Tay Conti, taking on Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. DMD retaining. We don't think nothing less than her been retaining. This is what we think she shall do. Your thoughts about this match?
You know what? I think this match was it was less about Britt Baker and more about Tay Conti. Because she's one of those, if you want to talk pillar type in the women's division, she's like a budding star that could have been considered for those 4 women of AEW. Of course, Britt Baker's there. Jay Cardell, like, she's there. But then who are the other 2? Like, you can't put Anna Jay and Tay Conti there. Like, one of those 2 are probably interchangeable. It's like, who are you going to trust in the ring more, or who are you going to trust on promos more? And they're kind of like even neck and neck. So I thought that this match was more of a show of what Tay Conti really is about, and she can really go. She needs more time to. You can. Some women, you can see them, and this happens a lot with women wrestling. And I hate myself for being able to notice it, but you can see them counting the steps or counting the next move of what they're supposed to do. And you can really tell in the way they run to the ropes or they run to the corner. You know, they do a little stutter step with their toes just to kind of, you know, give time. They don't have a lot of trust whereas the male superstars, they want to make sure their speed is right when they're running, or you know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to trust that your opponent has you. And I think that that's something that is going to come with the experience. I expected her to lose, but this match was more so about her expanding and letting people know, like, hey, I'm here, I'm coming, I am a threat. I don't think Britt Baker loses that title unless it's a Ruby Soho, unless it's a Jade, unless it's a Thunder Rosa, unless it's there's a one more. Serena Dweeb is she had her chance, but there's one more on the top of my head I don't have, but that's what I'm thinking.
All right, the whole time I was muted. All right,
I was about to say I didn't hear you, but I was waiting for you to fix it.
Adam Cole. What I was saying was not off air, but you couldn't hear me. I agree with you. I was saying that I didn't agree with Jay Cardell actually being the next pillar. However, as far as people beating that belt because of who she looks larger than life, I can see that. Someone like her, but I don't even think her. I'm not a fan of Ruby Soho. I know a lot of people are.
We're not a fan of Nyla here. We're not a fan of Nyla. We no.
Not even close.
No.
Not us. But I do agree with this comment here. So I left it up there. Adam Cole is the new Triple H. Only thing that separates him from them guys is he's smaller than both of those guys. And Shawn Michaels was small, but to be smaller than Shawn Michaels is a problem. And I think, for as crazy as Vince McMahon is, that's one of the reasons why he was let go. We can say all we want to, these guys were released or want to leave and that and the other. If they were offered the bag, they would stay. The bag matters. And you can say what you want. That's what matters. He wasn't offered the big enough bag to make him stay, in my opinion. Women's in AEW don't know how to cut promos. I agree with that as well. Outside of Britt Baker and Ruby, I don't think Ruby Soho even cuts good promos personally. I think that's what let her down on the main roster.
I think you just don't like Ruby.
No, it's not that at all. It's just it's not that I don't like her. I don't like. It's like an NBA contract of some guy you never heard of that averages 4.6 points a game, but he's getting paid. He has a $65 million contract. I think when it comes to
what's up, my guy, thank you for stopping by.
I think when it comes to professional wrestling, as I said before, anything that's anti-WWE, people love. If WWE didn't push them, but you like them, they're pushed harder on the indie circuit, meaning anti-WWE. Anything that's not WWE is anti-WWE, which is indie.
It's the reason why Thanos is fucking popular. Everybody wants to be anti. It's the cool thing to be anti. I'm just saying,
Micah, don't you dare hit me with The Rock and Cena over Punk and Kingston. No shit. It's The Rock and John Cena. You're talking about two of the biggest of all time. I'm talking about realism here. I'm not talking about, what was bigger and what's higher. And, we're talking about, in my opinion, if you're talking about from a realistic standpoint of what came off as being real, we knew they were cutting promos. Hell, we know now, looking back on, Rock was reading off as his hand at some point. He comes out with Dr. Fleck, but every fan begged for, but the
emotion was pretty real.
I'm not saying that it wasn't, but again, because they can't say fuck you, it does take a step back compared to someone who was like, they didn't come at each other in the hallway. They didn't try to beat each other up in the parking lot. They didn't do that. They didn't have any interaction with fisticuffs at all. It was just good promo. They didn't.
While it's here on my mind.
Even a week before the WrestleMania, they didn't come to fisticuffs.
Edge versus Orton, that rivalry. Any steam over Punk and Kingston? Any realism to you? Dealing with the history?
Here's the thing, and as I'm calling it down, and I'm just keeping it real. Years of greatness cannot overshadow when we're tired of something and giving us something fresh. And Kingston versus Punk is something fresh. No, in hindsight, 2020, is Rock and Cena bigger? Of course. Nothing's bigger than some of the rivalries that WWE has had, including the Edge and Orton from this past year. Okay, we're talking about from when they came back, Edge and Orton. I do think this is more realistic than that. I do, because AEW is more realistic than WWE.
What is the?
I'm not saying it's better.
What is the best? What is the best non-WWE rivalry that you could say would be better than this? That wasn't to celebrated guys at the pinnacle of their career? Because obviously Punk is not a pinnacle of his career.
Such a loaded question. I'm about to think about that.
It is a loaded question.
Right.
It is a very loaded
right.
question. But off the top of your head, is there
non
whether it
WWE?
be, whether it be TNA, whether it be Ring of Honor, whether it be
honestly, the first thing that came to my mind as soon as you said it was Flair versus Sting. That was the first thing.
Because Flair was at the top. Sting was the young guy. That was the
first one that came to my mind. But am I saying there's more before that or after that? There probably is. Off the top of the dome. That's when you said it. That's what popped in my head. Okay, was Sting versus those guys. I wasn't a fan of Bianca Belair in NXT.
I think they're about the same. It's just she has more eyes on her now, and the crowd reaction that you can get when there's 20,000 fans is a lot better when there's 200. Mm-hmm. So you hear the 200 pop, it's amplified, and that lets you know that you have something on the right track. I think that she was always still. I mean, NXT is the building block. You get what you can get, and then it's like practicing before a game. You know what you want to do in the game. The game is Raw and SmackDown. The practice is NXT. Mm-hmm. You get good results during practice. It has to correlate to the game.
Well, that's not necessarily fair. And I get what you're trying to say, but because Vince,
sometimes it doesn't always hit.
Vince truly hated his son-in-law because his son-in-law built a better product than him, and he clearly ripped the rug from underneath of him.
But he's a wrestler's wrestler
and redid it over, right? And that's why I love it. I'm a Triple H mark. You know that I am. That's my not best, but in my favorites, he's there. Top 5. I love Triple H. I love that all of a sudden everybody hated him because of the shovel. Now you love him because Vince fucked him over.
It's the cool thing to do.
It's the cool thing to do.
But this alleged.
Let's get to these matches, man. I gotta feed my kids.
We're talking way too much about AEW right now. I'm just saying.
Well, no, we're not. Well, we are. All right. This match we talked about enough. Not worth talking about. This match, Miro won. It was a great match. Great match. Take nothing from it. Talk about this match. Super. This might be match of the night. Honestly, anytime I see Lucha Brothers, I think match of the night, Dice. I really do. But before we got to AEW, let's talk about this right here. MJF versus Darby Allen. First of all, intro of the night. Darby Allen coming in with the car crash. I loved it. I love the cinematicness of this match. I love the brutality of this match. The tombstone on the hardest part of the apron on the outside of the ring. That plancha that he does when he completely misses every single time. He did it again, and he missed twice in this match. He missed on the ring apron and the floor. Okay. The fact that MJF says that he's the number one pillar of the 4 pillars in this company, and without him, they couldn't exist. I asked the question, is he the best wrestler in AEW? And when we think about what I tell you guys all the time, if you want to just see good wrestling, you can go anywhere locally. I promise you. There's some guys that can go. There's some guys that can't, that's like me out there wrestling. The fuck you doing in the ring? But you can find some really good talent in some indie circles. Shout out to MCW. Shout out to Dr. D and the Wrestling Marks of Excellence. MJF is the best wrestler in AEW, Dice. His storylines, he can go. He wins matches like Piper did. Like, how the fuck did he win against this guy who was whooping his ass? But he wins it every time. I think it's good for the company. It's a headliner between him and Hangman Page. The face versus the heel. They're building it perfectly. That's what's next for Page. I don't think it's a transitional champion. It's time for Omega to either whether he's hurt, whatever that rumor is, him to step down, whatever. I don't care. It's time for guys that people didn't know about. Exactly. Hangman Page. You said transitional though, but Page versus MJF.
I did call him a training champ.
It's that time. It's that time. Your thoughts on this match to me again? I said match of the night.
You know what? I feel like this rivalry is better than Punk versus Kingston. Because there is definite realism. This is no secret. This is no secret that there are pillars of AEW that have a hierarchy of attention more than others. Like there's no debating that. There doesn't need to be 15 years of history to add to the realism. The realism is the now, and the now is these two guys. That's why I think that this right here, these two guys, they have it all. This is not the end of their rivalry, period. This is scratching the surface. Once we get a little bit more out of Hangman Page.
When can a rivalry end if this is not the end? They've been going at it for a while.
I think that as long as let's think about it, the Attitude
Although this
Era
is like the second match, if I'm not recall.
The Attitude Era had Stone Cold and Rock and Taker and Triple H fighting over the titles for years to come. At least 4 years, those things were interjected. AEW's in what, year 3?
So then what's next for Hangman Page if not MJF?
I don't know.
Okay. I think it's MJF.
As a guy who predicts pretty well because I read writing on a wall. I don't.
That's why I say MJF versus Hangman. To me, that's the writing on the wall. Now, I'm not saying they're going to touch this year. The year's almost over, right? And AEW's been real good at, the same thing with this rivalry. Darby's been out for a while. He's been whipping Sting's ass, and doing other things and antagonating him. Not antagonating, that's not a word. Help me out. Don't laugh as you sip your wine. You know what I'm trying to say. Let's tell it to the people.
Pink Moscato, I don't know what you're getting at. Sometimes I don't know what you're trying to
instigate.
You'll mess up
instigating him.
Antagonizing.
That's the word I was looking for. It's my time now. Okay, you're back.
Doing? What are you doing over there?
I jump clicked. Okay.
I thought we was about to go to a commercial. I was like, what?
You know what? It is that time. If the commercials are here, if they're not here, then I can't play them. And they're not here right now, so can't play them. So make sure you check out all the shows on the Unpopular Review. You got Raw Review. You got this show review. You got that show review. There's a bunch of shows on Unpopular Review, including this one. All right, make us number one. If they're not number one, tell them it's bullshit. We're not number one. Okay.
And watch anything with Captain Shakespeare.
Please. She's one of my tag team partners, and he's shooting the shot. Is that a shot? Is that a
That's
shot?
That's not a shot, man. That's not a shot. I take shots.
I'm old. I don't know what a shot is anymore. I don't know.
Who knows? I don't know. It's neither here nor there.
Not here nor there. But overall, belt grade for AEW's Full Gear. I'm going to say it. I'm going to use their belt. It's a AEW Championship 5 out of 5. There was zero I liked about this pay-per-view. Like there's almost zero about that belt I don't like. Right. Like only thing about the belt I don't like is the AEW right in the front. I don't think the font goes well with the crushed gold on it. But I the title, it shows it's their version of Big Goldie. This pay-per-view it delivered everywhere. It kept my attention. I watch it again. Great wrestling, great stories, great progression of stories, great ending stories, great next chapter of stories. AEW showed off this Saturday, and I gotta give them kudos, Dice. 5 out of 5 AEW championships. Your take?
I think I am going to go with. I'm going to give it 4.5. Chris Jericho, Le Champion, AEW title reigns. 4.5.
4.5. Okay.
I can't 4.5. I can't give it a knockout of the ballpark, but it was a very good pay-per-view. I don't have anything bad to say about it. Maybe I guess maybe the placement of the matches is probably the only gripe for me, but that's not a big
I thought the placements were great.
Usually I
opening up with MJF and Darby Allen, and then right after that going to the tag team title match right into Miro versus Daniel Bryanson. I thought it was a swing and no misses to me. I did.
Usually I am all for,
and I'm all for shitting on AEW. I'm all for shitting on anybody because everybody loves AEW. It's just being honest. I will cheer for WWE because people still hate on them when they're not better at this point for what I like. They're still not a bad product despite them not giving who you think. That's the problem with people. I don't give a fuck about guys getting fired. I don't. People get fired every day, B. I don't give two shits. Okay? I don't care. And I think for y'all who care, you're fake. You're fickle. Okay? Because when your friend down the street or somebody you knew down the street got fired, you didn't give a shit. Okay? But somebody who now had a WWE Twitter verified account gets fired, they get a job anywhere in professional wrestling. If they held their money gripely and tightly, shall I say, if you will, so to speak, they're good. They were getting paid. They lived
I
their
never
dream.
care. You want to know why? These people were on fucking national television. They were part of a brand. And within part of a brand, you have the opportunity to build your own brand. That's why they're always going to be good. They probably don't even have to work for the rest of their life if they were smart about their money, if they invested in it. Like, and if they're good enough,
give
we
me
already
$2 million.
know they
Give
will
me $2 million. It's a wrap.
Back.
I ain't never working again.
They will be. Some of them will be back. There's no doubt in my mind that Nia will be back.
She's living her best life.
Bray Wyatt, on the other hand, probably, but it's going to be at least 2 years.
I did see a tweet from Undertaker guy's quote unquote cousin that he was in Minneapolis on Saturday night.
Who was?
Bray Wyatt.
Minneapolis. What's happening in Minneapolis?
That's where Full Gear was. No, it was in Norfolk, Virginia. You're right. Okay. Wherever they were for Full Gear, he was there. That's what I'm trying to say. Got the cities wrong. Don't judge me. All right. Moving on. So 4.5 out of 5. Okay. Shout out to the Macho Man's birthday. Raw is tonight, but before I talk about Raw, I want to talk about SmackDown. And right there, I have to ask this much. Is it too much, Dice? We love the Tribal King. We love Acknowledge Me. And on SmackDown, we got to see the greatest women's wrestler. The greatest women's wrestler. The greatest women's wrestler of all the times. Charlotte Flair looking scrumptious as she can look on Friday Night SmackDown. But are they doing too much for the Tribal King? The Tribal King. He was a chief. Does this spit on Xavier's win? That's some of the rumor mills and some of that hatred mill. Not rumor mill. That's wrong. There's no rumors in it. It's just hate. It's just fans who just hate. He was a king for 2 weeks. And he had to bend the knee and lost his crown to Roman Reigns. Are they killing the WWE product by having everybody lose to Roman, Dice? Are you there? I don't think Dice is here. Nope, he is not here. He was just frozen. You couldn't see him. Dice, if you can hear me, you need to come back and get it started over again because you are not here. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. I got to text him, y'all. He is frozen. Hey, woman, where's my super suit? What does it say right here? Tony Thick Thigh Storm is some shorts again, no pants. Listen, Tony Storm shows up. SmackDown was great. I thought SmackDown was great. Build a better product that lost to AEW head-to-head more often than not. What does that mean exactly, Micah? Build a better product to go against that. I need you to explain that part in your questioning. King Von Jr. backstage says, the crown looks great on Roman. Trish Stratus is retired, Mike. What? Yeah, I'm not frozen. You know damn well Trish Stratus is not a better women's wrestler than Charlotte Flair. She's more vivacious. She's definitely prettier. But can she go in the ring? And she ain't had nowhere near the rivalries, including with Lita, that's better than the 4 horsemen that has gone at it. And the title reigns and everything else. But it's okay. Y'all say, I drink the Kool-Aid. Y'all keep drinking the Trish Stratus Kool-Aid. And I love Trish Stratus. Don't make me start talking about somebody who I respect and love and admire like Trish Stratus. Don't do that. Do not do that. Both y'all tripping. Target Center, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Hogan versus Sting that took place that changed locations. Know the name since 96, 97. What do you mean? What are we tripping on there? As far as the rivalry well, first of all, I wasn't tripping. I said off of first thought. Okay. And Hogan versus Sting was also orchestrated. We knew that was going to happen. You can't tell me. This is why I didn't pick Rock versus Cena. Something that's orchestrated by the company cannot be, it's not orgasmic. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm not saying it didn't come across good. They didn't produce it good. But Hogan and Sting wasn't a real beef. It wasn't. Horseman versus Justin Rhodes seemed real. Nikita Koloff versus the Four Horsemen, although orchestrated, seemed real. Pillman versus Austin, although orchestrated, seemed real. Location of Full Gear, my bad. Okay, either way, I said he was wherever they were. Trish Stratus is no Charlotte Flair. Exactly, Dennis. Exactly. Thanks for live stream again. It's great to have someone doing this. I appreciate you, Nasty Canada. Appreciate it. Like, follow, and subscribe below. So, Raw is tonight, however. And the question is, like I ask every Monday, are you really watching it? You got All-American back. You got Monday Night Football with the return of Odell Beckham. I'll be playing Forza 5. Okay, if you got Xbox, the game V1, that's all capital letters, 2 words, THA, game, GAME, V1, like Matt Hardy and Triple H. Because I respected Matt Hardy. And I love Matt Hardy. Version 1, that is. But AEW was just really, really good. I think I stepped on my mic. Are you there? All right. I really, really loved. I really, really did. I loved everything about AEW this past weekend. I thought it delivered on so many levels that I don't even want to think about Raw. Like, Raw can't fuck up because AEW was so good. And Raw hasn't been bad. Raw just isn't what Raw used to be, which is the number one wrestling program. SmackDown took it from them. NXT took it from them a long time ago. That's the biggest thing here we need to talk about. Is NXT still good with 2.0? Do you think NXT 2.0 is still good? I still think it's good. I still give it credit. The only thing I don't like is the stupid name. 2.0? That's, you're telling me already right there that it's a new thing. For once, listen, I'm off every Monday night. I still watch Raw live. I wish I had a DVR because I would DVR it, come in at 9 o'clock. I would watch All-American first if I could. No bullshit. Probably Chicago Blacking with the wife. No bullshit. I would probably watch it first. Raw is not worth the time any day anymore. I've slowly but surely, like when you're cooking a fine piece of beef, AEW is what my age group needs. AEW is what I grew up off of loving. I get a TNA, WCW vibe from them, 100%. Yeah, every time they say 2.0, it's very annoying. Preach on, Brother Mike. And this is coming from someone who is a diehard WWE fan. And yes, they are the biggest, but they are not meaning to be the best. As Dice Man, it's back as we get ready to end this program. Dice, your final thoughts on
anybody that has a computer, update them shits because they don't give a fuck what you doing, where you at, how you feeling. They will update them fucking selves. You keep ignoring them. That's what just happened to me. My whole shit just shut off. It said, not today, in the words of Buzz Lightyear. So today has not been a good day for me.
Well, there's a Spider-Man trailer that just dropped.
That wanted to be very disruptive and dismissive towards my authority. That pissed me off. Then my sound wouldn't work for the show. So I missed 12 minutes. And then my shit just cuts off in the middle of the show. This is not the best showing of Dice Man tonight, and I apologize. I am very empathetic. You should be empathetic for me. Acknowledge me that I'm having a bad day. Say it to me. Acknowledge me. I don't even want to be competitive tonight and play Xbox. I don't want to do anything because I'm going to lose because today's just not my day. Proceed.
I thought the show was pretty good. I really do. Look at who put that. Look at Mike not commenting his own show. Good show. I had to put it. I wanted to put it. It was good that I put it. But with that being said, Raw tonight's coming up. Like I told him, Dice, I would watch All-American. I would watch Odell Beckham's debut. It to me is more exciting right now. Raw's not a bad show. It has not been a bad show. It's just not what it used to be. And I think it's fair to say that. It's okay. It's okay that it's not the greatest anymore. As long as you can admit that. It's when wrestling fans still say that right now WWE is better than AEW. I do think for what I love in professional wrestling, we are wrong. AEW to me took the mantle this past weekend. Some would say they took the mantle a long time ago. But I'm definitely saying after this past weekend, they have fully cemented themselves as being the bigger wrestling promotion that I care about. But WWE is still what I'm probably going to watch the most. The problem with WWE Network for the children, and I'm going to let this go on this final note. Are you there, Dice? Last time you said you froze. Okay, good.
I'm here.
I see you moving.
I was reading the article that says which I'm going to go and listen to this on the Kurt Angle podcast, where he says that the Main Event Mafia did not get enough credit. They don't get enough credit in professional wrestling. And you know what? I am all for the MEM, the Main Event Mafia. Put some respect on their name.
If they were in WCW or WWE, they would have got that respect. But it was a great faction.
Y'all had Sting throwing up gang signs. I just want to put that out there.
B2K Crip walking like that's what's up. All right, so we're gonna get out of here, Dice. Where can they catch the show, the stream, everything?
Hey, if you're a fan of Halo is now on the Game Pass, so I will be streaming
so Luna was right. It is on the Game Pass.
It is on the
Monday.
Game Pass.
That was the rumor.
It is on Game Pass. So I'll be doing some of that really soon.
I used to call it Galo, no disrespect towards gay people. Please don't get mad at me and counsel me. I just thought that, it's just a funny name to say, like call it Dookie, same kind of name. So, but I never played Halo's third person, right? You can see Master Chief and all them, right? Oh, it's first person? Yeah. I thought I would have seen the little people bouncing, but I was probably watching somebody else watching their teammates bounce around. Okay, yeah. No, okay. Well, hey, I played Battlefield on all platforms. I played Battlefield last night. I didn't get sick. Now, granted, it was only 2 boards.
Yeah.
I was 30 minutes involved. And I got over 7 hours played on Verizon, Forza Horizon 5. How about that? Now, and it got a super duper race car. But that being said, listen, guys, we're gonna get out of here. That is the Z is silent. Dice Man, the almighty Dice Man. I am yours truly, Hangman Knox, the best in the world, baby, your tribal chief. Yes. That's a long name. I know it won't fit on a t-shirt, but if you want to put one on a t-shirt, please, you have my permission to do so. What's Rob's line? Rob has a line? I didn't know Rob had a line. What line would Rob have? Just curious. All right, with that being said, listen, do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me. Damn, I sure do. And don't love God. That's crazy. We are out of here. Thank you.
Everybody's got a price. Everybody's gonna pay. But the $1 million man always gets his way. $1 million man.
Yeah. It's like the illest posse cut right here, man. Sean Watts on the track. Zeus, Don 1, Rude Boy, Quill, The Gift, and yours truly, Fred Knox. I'm 1 in a million with $1 million flow. Fred DiBiase got the power in it though. If it's a problem, let me know, or I suggest you let it go. Cause it ain't worth the problems that be knocking at your door, homie. Please don't make me